Baby doll, baby cakes. PoorPleb rallied 10x against HEX. This is not PoorPleb USD. This is PoorPleb charted against HEX. This is the Ethereum chart. It's even bigger on the PulseChain chart. I made videos, right? Why I like PoorPleb. It's one of the meme coins. It's got an affinity to PulseChain. They're currently doing the 9-inch sacrifice. Personally, I'm not doing the 9-inch sacrifice, okay? There is a 9-inch sacrifice going on. It's like a competitor meme DEX to PulseX. The only reason why is I just have a personal rule. Every time I break this rule, I get slaughtered. And my personal rule is this, okay? While core, blue chip, strong community coins are on the floor, every time I try to venture outside of collecting them, the market hands it to me hard. What I mean by that is because HEX, Pulse, and PulseX are obliterated to the floor and their prices have been crushed, because they've been crushed, I'm just focusing on accumulating them. Okay, that's what I'm doing. I'm buying EHEX every day. If you want to buy PHEX, it's fine. You can buy both of them, half and half. Or you can just buy PHEX. It doesn't matter. You can buy Pulse. You can buy PulseX. I'm just in that mindset to accumulate them. Another example I can give you is, let's say Bitcoin goes to $3,000, okay, by the end of this year. If you could accumulate, just get that. If you could accumulate Ethereum at $200, just get that. And then worry about the rest later. That's usually what happens. The blue chips recover first, and then they go sideways, and then you get time to deploy into the smaller ones. That's just normally how it goes with assets and stuff. Okay, but remember, Bitcoin and Ethereum did not go to those prices. So we are in a different land now, okay? So their diminishing returns are on the downside too. So now we have, okay, now we have PoorPleb. It rallied 10x. Am I going to do anything? Absolutely no. You can get out. I'm not getting out at all, okay? My videos, I'm a man of my word. I told you, I am holding this until the prophecy is complete. Either we go straight to zero, or this thing gives me a premium price against either HEX or Pulse on their ratio chart, okay? I love the PoorPleb meme. I love the PoorPleb universe. It's fantastic. Hey, it can go down. It's got self-deprecating humor. There is no utility as well. Look, when I made this video, it was down here. This is how much I love you, man. I told everybody to buy it below my price, okay? Below it. Go find me another influencer who shows you to get into their bags that they're convicted on at cheaper than them. They'll never tell you. You won't find that. Good luck. All right, you'll be waiting in a line for a long time. They don't do that because they're selfish, okay? I'm here looking out for you. I'm literally one of the only people I know who actually helps people and says, hey, I believed in something and I'm actually punished for it. You can buy it cheaper than me. Just like in this PulseX sacrifice, right? You can buy PulseX cheaper than me right now. You can buy HEX cheaper than literally 99% of average people's price. Go find somebody else who can talk to you like that. You're not going to find it, okay? If you do find them, please send them over. So this is fantastic. I love seeing this. So you're probably wondering as well, this chart, I manually constructed it, okay? I just did PP over HEX. I want to see the ratio. I want to know what's cheap, what's expensive, okay? Now, I can actually grab here on Dex Screener. I can show you here as well. This is PP WETH, PP versus Ethereum. So you can just go up to the top left, type in PP. It's great that it doesn't have volume. This one is the Ethereum one, and we got a snapshot for copy. We got the PulseChain one as well. So we got given both, and I love it. I love to see it, okay? Down here, some funny law. Richard Haas started following me on Twitter. And then I made a post, hey, I think PP is still all right, right? It was down to the lows. And then he unfollowed me because he realized, my friend Somi is actually a poop coiner. And I had people telling me straight away, they said, oh, be careful. Don't. You'll upset the lords. You can't talk about any other coins. Friends, okay. I am me, all right? I'm a leader. I do everything myself, okay? I'm not going to walk on eggshells because someone may or may not click unfollow on my name. I don't care, man. You see Twitter, it can go to zero, man. I don't care. It doesn't care. I'm here to win the game, okay? Winning the game is not getting approval from peers, okay? That's not winning the game. That doesn't make your wallet bigger. That doesn't help your family out, okay? Winning the game is actually fading the crowd. I don't care who is that crowd. I don't care Warren Buffett. I don't care who it is, all right? You want to win the game, you put on the gloves. You got to fight. That's it. Now, I am still long. I'm not doing anything. I don't even care if this chart comes all the way back down. I don't care. I've got no regrets because I've seen these charts time and time again. They do this for a long time, and then every time they go to the top, you get hope, they come back down, but there's one time where they just do this. See you later. If you are not on this move, you've wasted 3 years. And I'm not exaggerating. You've literally wasted 3 years. I know people who sold Matic too early when I held. I know people who sold Solana too early and I held. I know people who sold Phantom too early and I held. This was all in 2020 and 2021. They were selling on their little 2x and 3x. They'd sell for their 2x, come out and brag, oh, you're so stupid for holding. Diamond Hands, you're stupid. Guess what? Guess who makes the 30 banger? Guess who makes the 40 banger? Because I was a dumb peanut brain who just held and be like, you know what? The thesis is the thesis. The prophecy will complete. Get out of here and hope you keep your back straight because you're going to need it. All right. So I don't know what this is going to do. Maybe it goes up, down, left, right. Who cares? PoorPleb, you can watch my videos on it. I don't really care. Right. It's up to you. I just like it. It doesn't do anything. There's confidence in the team, confidence in community. It's just, there's no expectations of anything. It's cool. That's it. And we tease our little PPs. And the market cap's pretty small. You like market caps? Hey, this one's 10 million. Okay, what about the PulseChain one? It's 12 million. You know, I think if PulseChain goes up and HEX goes up, I think the people will just start liking this. I think the universe will expand. That's it. It doesn't go as more complicated than that. All right, if you want some complex, derivative, mid-curve, DeFi, you're not going to get it here, man. There's nothing else, all right? So I just like making this update just to see, like, wow, it went up. Now, if you go look at my chart, you can see here, okay, this is chart against HEX. So what this actually implies, I have a line up here, right? It's behind the text. So what this actually implies is the dream would be if I think it got up like here, I would like to get back HEX, right? Now, maybe I won't choose HEX, but you get the point, right? HEX is the base currency I'm using it. That's like ETH BTC or anything else you're trading against, okay? If it trades at such a big premium to HEX, I think it will be fantastic, man. Or Pulse or PulseX, something you can yield farm. That'll be great, right? So effectively, I mean, not that anybody bought down here, okay? Because whatever, right? But even if you just have, see this 0.001, effectively, if this goes from 0.001, if this goes up here, this is a 10x on your HEX. 10x on HEX. Effectively, it's like saying, let's say somebody out there put in 50,000 HEX into PoorPleb at this price, 50,000. At that target, you'd have 10 times that amount. So it doesn't even matter the USD price. I don't care about that. I want the ratio. I want a premium ratio to let me know that it's expensive, okay? It's not near expensive to me, okay? So this wasn't worth the risk, okay? To exit now, it's not worth the risk. Wow, you got like a 2 to 3x. It's nothing, okay? So if you do a 50,000 times 10, let's say somebody had it in there, you'd have 500,000 HEX back. I like that because if I was able to grab that, I could like then latch onto the dream that, hey, maybe HEX hits $1 in the future. Isn't that beautiful? That's how you get the super big gains. What I just mentioned to you, this rotational play, this is how Ethereum maxis made a lot of money in 2020. The Ethereum maxis in 2020 did this exact same thing. They had a lot of DeFi involvement, all this junk. People paid them money. People put Ethereum into the pools. The DeFi, all the DeFi insiders or the Ethereum people were in on the scam. They would take the Ethereum out of the pools, dump the tokens on, everybody gets wrecked. And all the Ethereum believers get to keep the precious Ethereum. And guess what happened after that? Ethereum was $300. Then in 2020, from 2020 to 2021, it did another 12x, 13x. Isn't that fantastic? So these people, this is crazy, right? So they made like 5 times their Ethereum. You know, they'd put in 10 Ethereum and they'd get back 50. And then they just held the Ethereum to 2021 and they killed it. They held it to $4,000. Right? Isn't that crazy? From 5 Ethereum, when it was $300 each, they put in 1,500. They get back 50 ETH, and at 4K, wow, from 1,500 to $200,000. Yeah, they make like 133x. That's what happened. That's actually what happened, friends. A lot of people just were able to stumble upon that in 2020. Unfortunately, many influencers absolutely destroyed any sense of morals, ethics. A lot of them are snakes. I don't have enough time to call them all out, but they're all snakes. They're not your friends. I don't care how many shows they do. I don't care if they smile to you. I don't care if they like the same coins as you. They're not your friends, okay? They will stab you in the back faster than you've ever seen. They're basically just criminals who lie to your face, all right? They're very egregious. You can't trust them. That's what happened in 2020. I will never forget this time, all right? That's why I'm telling you, it will happen again in some point. So this is the rotational plays that you get to see, but I'm only get to seeing it early because, hey, you know, this is cute ecosystem, PulseChain. We're kind of on the pirate island here ourselves, all right? So now you learn something, baby dolls, about this. You don't want to chart against USD. It doesn't tell you anything, okay? Like if HEX went up actually, I want to show you right now. If this was up here, okay, and HEX is down as where it is, you get to see it's a premium. But down here as well, see, I had friends telling me that they were upset PoorPleb was going down. But I knew this ratio. I could see this ratio. I'm like, man, PoorPleb is not actually going down. It's HEX. This is the PoorPleb HEX ratio, okay? So yes, PoorPleb went a bit down, but it didn't go like capitulating down like HEX did 90%, right? Because PoorPleb is linked to HEX. It's got liquidity with HEX, okay? Now you can also go back and you can check there's PoorPleb also is tied with, on the PulseChain network, it's tied with Pulse, okay? So this is the PLS chart, right? You can switch the pricing to USD, okay? See how they look a bit different. This is just the USD chart. You can choose which one you want to look at. I just like looking at the one that shows me the ratios, okay? That's all I want to look at. So at the end of the day, you know what to do, friends. It's just a nice update. I'm still holding. It's still 2023. I personally, I'll get asked, it's, hey, what are you waiting for? What are you waiting for? I just ask this all the time. I go, man, look, I want to see what happens when PulseX, and HEX have their first Bitcoin halving run. That's what I want to see. And I have the early HEX chart for you. This is the HEX launch, okay? This is back December 2019, all right? This is a linear chart so we can see the real effect, all right? I want to see what happens if PulseChain and PulseX start doing this. See these big fat green candles? Maybe our Lord and Savior Duck comes to start pumping the living hell out of this. Bang, 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 like you've never, ever, ever seen before. You see this big move? This causes a lot of euphoria, emotions. I would like to see what happens to PoorPleb? What happens to the other coins around that time? I'd like it. That's what I'm waiting for, okay? Now, when it comes to this scenario, you don't know what's going to happen. You don't know how high you're going to go. You don't even know if your coin's going to be the 1 out of 30 that gets missed or bought. No idea. Like I said, there's no certainties in this game. You got to be in it, right? It's like saying, hey, Bitcoin's going to go to 100K, maybe. Which altcoins you're going to be in? Everybody thinks they're going to be in the winner. Okay, so now you get to see something. This is what I'm actually waiting for. The first Bitcoin halving run. The Bitcoin halving was around here. Okay, Bitcoin halving was actually around here, May 2020. Isn't that crazy? But you have to also be aware that this time, this can happen earlier. It can happen after, right? So we got the Bitcoin halving in March 2024. Hey, maybe PulseChain's run happens December 2023. We don't know. Maybe it happens after the Bitcoin halving, June next year. We don't know, right? Depends. It just depends how it goes. We don't know at all, right? But I'll be waiting for that. This is personally what I'm waiting for. Don't know when it's going to stop. I just would like to see if PulseChain, HEX, if the whole ecosystem gets a flush of money in and a flush of confidence and we start doing all these things. I just want to see how high this candle can go. I don't know. Right? I want to see, are there going to be obvious signs? Are people going to come out of the woodworks? Is there going to be any indicators? I don't know. That's why you get to see me here. I charted against HEX here, right? This is PP HEX, right? It would be great if, like, somehow go, we go to the top. That'd be fantastic, right? And you can convert out. I would personally convert out back to HEX or something and then just sit on it. And we might get a big fat deep retracement and then we're going to have to accumulate for the mega run. And the mega run will be the 2025 actual proper euphoria run. If it continues again. Could go to zero, could continue, doesn't really matter. You know why? Because you're a baby doll baby cake. Tell mum and dad that PoorPleb seems to be coming back. Fingers crossed. And tell them that you love them. But don't call them PoorPlebs. Like, subscribe, button, or catch you next one.